Starts right now.
And we begin this noon with late breaking news. A busy morning in Atascosa County after the sheriff's office says it helped with an investigation involving a chase and a stolen truck. And inside that vehicle, people suspected of being in the country illegally. That is according to a Facebook post by Sheriff David Soward. The sheriff says LaSalle County deputies and Border Patrol first started chasing the truck around 7 this morning. The chase continued to Jourdanton. At some point, the driver let 15 people out of the vehicle. Border Patrol were able to apprehend that group. The chase came to an end just south of Pleasanton after the driver and the truck crashed through fences and onto private property. And that's when deputies and Highway Patrol were able to take the 16-year-old driver and a 17-year-old passenger into custody. According to Atascosa County Sheriff, the 17-year-old taken to the Atascosa County Jail and the 16-year-old driver has been lodged into the Atascosa County Juvenile Detention Center. Also new at noon, police say an assault investigation may have led to a break in a robbery case. According to San Antonio officers, they were called to Northeast Side just after midnight because someone reported a man with a metal bat confronting a group of people. Police say the suspect hit one person with that bat. After a struggle, officers say they took the suspect into custody. That's when they found he was already on their radar. Officers tell us he's suspected in an aggravated robbery. Property taken during that robbery was recovered in a nearby apartment. Police arrested the suspect at the scene. In a deadly overnight crash northwest of downtown has a driver facing criminal charges. San Antonio police say that man was driving recklessly and caused the crash, which killed a passenger in his truck. Both the driver and a second passenger are in the hospital with serious injuries. As Katrina Weber reports, the violent crash left debris scattered from one end of the street to the other.
Destruction and confusion take over this neighborhood street corner. The twisted remains of a pickup that wrecked out on West Woodlawn near Agonier. San Antonio police got the call just before 2 this morning and at first were not sure what happened and to whom. Initially, they told us the driver was killed in the crash. A later report listed that 20-year-old man as a suspect, a survivor who they say was acting recklessly behind the wheel. He lost control of his pickup, hit a curb and rolled. One passenger in the truck was killed. Another suffered serious injuries. The driver himself also was hurt with critical injuries. One neighbor told me based on what he saw, speed definitely was a factor. He says he saw the driver lose control right around that light and then roll practically from one corner to the next. Parts of the truck scattered all across the area, some landing high up on the hill in front of this home. Police are convinced this vehicle was the only one involved. They say they had earlier reports of the driver doing donuts in the area and cutting across lanes of traffic. What they describe as a reckless ride came to a deadly end for one man. And police say now the driver has to pay the price. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
We also have new details this noon, a north side stabbing investigation. Police now say the victim was slashed in the neck. Officers found that man around 11:30 last night in an apartment complex parking lot near Blanco and Bassey Roads. Police tell us neighbors heard people fighting in an apartment, and that's when the victim and suspect ran outside. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. So far, officers have not arrested anyone. And traffic closures could lead to a bump in the road for some drivers. That includes areas in northern San Antonio and Kendall County. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos takes us through the detours you need to know about.
July is here, and with it brings a whole lot of new construction areas in the Alamo City and the surrounding areas. Let's take a look at what you can expect this month. Now, beginning Tuesday, July 5th, here on US 90 in Bexar County, we're going to see metal beam guard fence installation. Now, this is actually going to start on Tuesday, July 5th and wrap up on Friday, July 8th. Starts at 9 in the morning and lasts until 5 in the afternoon. During that time, a single main lane closure in both directions right there at Montgomery Road. The work is going to continue over here off I-10 in Kendall County, and if you've driven through there, you know there is plenty of work to be done for that bridge. Traffic shift is what we can expect on Tuesday, July 5th, wraps on Friday, July 8th. This is going to be overnight, so make sure that you are prepared from 9 in the evening to 5:30 in the morning. Various mainline closures in both directions from State Highway 46 to Scenic Loop Road. Then on Monday, July 11th, 8 in the evening to 8 in the morning, we're going to see some bridge work taking place along 281 over on the north side of San Antonio. That's when you can expect a full closure of the Overlook Parkway intersection. intersection. Now, make sure that you have your phones handy with you and open your camera app. Scan that QR code. This has the latest closures that are taking place in your area, and that's going to be very helpful in the month of July. And of course, anything else that impacts your drive time will take you directly there.
Outside with live cam, holiday, 4th of July. You don't have to worry about rain dampening any of your activities, but you might want to make sure you're prepared for the heat today. Mike?
Yeah, boy, I think a lot of people would welcome rain dampening any 4th of July activities with the weather we've been having, but no, that's not the case, as you mentioned. It is definitely hot out there right now. We're at 89 degrees out at the airport. Gonzales 92, 95 right now is the hot spot in Cotulla. These are just the actual temperatures, thermometer readings. Still got plenty of humidity out there. Winds out of the south, 10 miles per hour. Bit of a breeze throughout the rest of today. So factor in the humidity and you get a heat index of 100 right now. Yeah, it already feels like 100 at Stinson, 94 at the airport, 99 is the heat index at Pleasanton, and we do have mold on the high side, although it did drop down from yesterday's reading, so I guess that's some good news as the ground continues to dry out a little bit. And if you're firing up the grill today, goodness gracious, gonna be another hot one. Triple-digit temperatures. What's in store for the rest of the week? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Make sure the cook is hydrated. This 4th of July, U.S. airport seeing a surge in passengers. Now those travelers are dealing with some big setbacks, putting a kink in their holiday plans. ABC's Justin Finch explains why returning home won't be easy for some folks.
Across the country, Americans are queuing up for flights, but many are not taking off.
My flight got canceled, but I didn't find out till I got to the gate.
Travel troubles frustrating passengers who saw some 9,000 flights delayed and nearly 1,000 canceled between Saturday and Sunday.
I won Teacher of the Year, and I won a scholarship that I've been waiting 2 years for. And I am missing my opening reception tonight because of all this situation.
The top 3 most affected airports over the holiday: Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Newark in New Jersey, and JFK in New York City. Several factors are contributing to this year's 4th of July travel setbacks, from pandemic-related staffing shortages hindering the airline industry to severe weather in parts of the country. Still, Americans are eager to travel. TSA reporting Friday as its busiest day over the long holiday. The agency screening nearly 2.5 million passengers, the highest since February 2020. And throughout the summer, experts say travelers should expect even more delays and cancellations.
This problem is not going to go away this summer. It's not going to go away this year. I doubt it gets much better before the end of 2023.
In Washington, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is reminding air passengers they are entitled to prompt cash refunds for their canceled flights. In the meantime, airlines are readying for Tuesday, set to be another busy day in the air and on the roads. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And if you are going to celebrate your 4th of July with fireworks, remember this: here in Bexar County, you may have to wait a while. Bexar County commissioners issued an order restricting certain fireworks that includes anything classified as skyrockets with sticks or missiles with fins. Other fireworks can still be legally sold and used in unincorporated areas of Bexar County. The order is in effect until July 18th, unless drought conditions improve sooner. Violations of the order are considered a Class C misdemeanor. It could come with a $500 fine. And if you live in an area where fireworks are okay, make sure any spent fireworks are properly extinguished and disposed of, and keep a water hose or a bucket of water handy just in case. And some towns have just eliminated their fireworks shows altogether, like Bernie and Fredericksburg. Both cities canceled their 4th of July fireworks displays due to the high risk of wildfires because of the current drought conditions. Bernie officials made that announcement earlier last week, citing public safety concerns. City officials in Fredericksburg also announced last week that they'd be postponing the Independence Day fireworks there because of the critical fire danger. Fair Oaks also decided to cancel its display. San Antonio and other municipalities in our area still planning their fireworks shows tonight. You can read more about it and find out where they are on our website. Just head over to KSAT.com. And the skies over Pickerel Park in Schertz will be lit by fireworks in celebration of Independence Day. Today, thousands of people gathering to celebrate our nation's freedom and join in on all of the patriotic fun for the 46th annual 4th of July Jubilee in Schertz. Tiffany Huertas has a look at what 4th of July means for those people who attend.
excited just to see everybody's pride for America and the spirit and the energy out here.
Kayla McLaren and her 2 boys enjoyed the sights and sounds of this year's 4th of July parade in shirts Monday morning.
It's awesome to see just the freedom that we have because of the men and women that serve.
Festivities kicked off with the Let Freedom Run 5K.
It's fun to come watch all the parades, all the people celebrate the 4th of July.
Then colorful floats made their way down Schertz Parkway. For Kayla and her family, today is a special day.
My husband serves in the active duty, he's Air Force. We're just thankful to be here and thankful to see everybody.
About 10,000 people were expected to attend the patriotic parade.
About 80 organizations are participating in the parade today, from local law enforcement to the school community to small businesses.
For George Ringberg, it was a heartwarming event, bringing people from all over.
It just feels good to be around all these people that care about our independence.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Families can enjoy a carnival at Pickerel Park today, and at 6 o'clock there's going to be live music and food, and they will, of course, conclude with some fireworks. Still coming up this half hour, the current Spurs still trying to get over the big moves they still have to move on from. More on that coming up in sports. A New Braunfels teen, a finalist in a national duct tape competition after making a tuxedo out of the product. Caleb Birch made it to the Final 5 in the 2022 Stuck at Prom Scholarship Contest hosted by Duck Brand Duct Tape. The tuxedo he made took 10 rolls of duct tape, 30 hours to complete. The Stuck at Prom Scholarship Contest is going to pay out $10,000 scholarship dollars to the winning finalists from each of 2 categories, dresses and tuxedos. Since the contest started, nearly 8,000 students have competed and more than 100,000 rolls of duct tape have been used to create Stuck at Prom designs. And Caleb isn't the only local team trying to win. Nathan Elias is also in the Final 5. He's got a really groovy entry. The Memorial High School graduate says it took him 35 hours and 20 rolls of duct tape to complete his tux. It features a purple jacket with a neon striped lapel and yellow bell-bottom pants. That's why it took so many rolls of duct tape. Got to get the bell-bottoms flared out, right? He's got fringes and flowers on the side. Final voting will take place until July 13th. The final winners will be announced on July 20th. You can vote once every 24 hours. We have a link to voting page right there on our website. So go ahead and vote. Get those kids some scholarship money for all that hard work.
10 rolls of duct tape?
10 rolls of duct tape for one and more.
A suit.
Like, wow. Look pretty sharp, though.
When was the last time you wore bell bottoms? Not duct tape, but just anything.
Bell bottom in the 70s? Somewhere in there?
Anyway, not 10 rolls of duct tape, but that's the magic number. 25. That's how many days.
I bet that suit's hot, though, don't you think?
Huh?
I just think that duct tape soup is a little hot.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So anyway, 25 times we have hit 100 officially out there at the airport. Yesterday, of course, we did reach triple digits. And how many more times are we going to be adding to that number? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes.
We just found out that, well, Mike just told us that 25 days of 100-degree temperatures. I'm not that good at math. People know that. But I know the 59 was the record, so that means we're getting close to halfway to the record.
Yeah.
I got to did that.
And we're kind of, I think, ahead of the rate at which those years we hit those numbers. Because most of those days were in like late July and August.
Yeah.
Yeah, because keep thinking that we had those days in August when it was just like, every single day. So
wait till July and August, huh?
Yeah, it's not a good statistic. Let's just look at a pretty picture, and you can see I love all of the American flags lining the driveway, lining the front lawn. That is absolutely beautiful out there. That's the greatest thing about July 4th. Red, white, and blue everywhere. And thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture, and happy 4th of July, everybody. Good looking day. I know it started off with a lot of clouds. We had those live shots from Tiffany Huertas over there at the 4th of July parade in shirts. And I know at one point she was saying, yeah, the clouds are pretty nice out here, kind of blocking some of this sun. So hopefully you are underneath some of these clouds to block that sun, because if you're not only feeling the air temperature, but also the sun is heating you up, so it feels even hotter. Just a smattering of clouds showing up on the visible satellite picture as of right now. And again, 89 degrees. That's the actual air temperature out there at the airport. 93 Stinson, 93 in Pleasanton, and Devine is at 91 as of right now. Same thing, Castroville. And these numbers are still pretty darn high, and that's been the problem. I mean, yesterday, just walking outside, it was just miserably hot out there because the humidity is still staying up. Now, these numbers will be dropping somewhat, but not getting down to the point where it's even comfortable that much in the shade, or a little more tolerable in the shade. So again, factor them all in, and it feels like 100 at Stinson, 99 Pleasanton right now, and 95 at Rio Medina. 97 is the heat index at New Braunfels as of the moment. And temperatures throughout the rest of the day are going to be working their way obviously up through the 90s. And yep, I think we're going to continue to add to that one graphic about the 25. So get your pencil and paper out, David. It's 26 today, and yeah, we've got a nice graph that you can just do all your math and add up there. When you look at the 7-day, 87 at 10 o'clock tonight, so it is going to be a sultry evening if you are heading out for some of the fireworks shows. Yeah, won't need a jacket. That's definitely the case. 102 later on today will be the heat index with that 100. 104 Pleasanton. We're looking at, any above 105, 109 to be specific at Victoria, as well as in Cotulla. And I say 105 because that's one of those threshold numbers where air temperature, heat index, whatever the case is, that's what it feels like your body. And it really, that's to the point where you have trouble kind of cooling your body. So you really got to take it easy. And all the experts always say, keep emphasizing this, don't wait till you're thirsty. You got to kind of just constantly hydrate this time of year. And it's going to continue hydrating for the foreseeable future because these kind of numbers aren't going away. We are going to be up to 100 again today. And so we're at 25 right now. So do your longhand math real quick. 25 plus 7.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we're looking at triple-digit temperatures all the way through the rest of the week, and actually getting slightly hotter into Thursday, Friday, as well as the weekend, as the ground continues to dry out from some of the rain we had last week, and a couple of the stray showers over the weekend, and the high sort of builds on in here. So, not the best looking forecast if you don't like the heat.
That's why we got calculators, though.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Hey, we want to get you to some late breaking news coming to us out of Chicago. Authorities there say the police are responding to a shooting at a July 4th parade. It happened in a Chicago suburb. The Lake County Sheriff's Office said on Twitter that it's assisting Highland Park police with a shooting in the area of the Independence Parade Day route. No casualties have been officially reported, but witnesses describe seeing a lot of people hurt. The Chicago Sun-Times is reporting that the parade began around 10 o'clock, but it was stopped 10 minutes later after shots were fired. Several witnesses say they did hear gunfire, so we'll have more on that for you as those information becomes more available to us and as the situation develops. We'll be right back. Hey, it is the 4th of July, so let's start with the baseball score from last night. Midland Rockhounds beat the San Antonio Missions 5-2. So let's get that bad news out of the way and get to the good news. San Antonio is coming back home. Next up for our Missions as they return home for a July 4th matchup with the Frisco Rough Riders. So you got your baseball, your apple pie, and your hot dogs on the 4th of July. Doesn't get better than that. They're going to start a 6-game series at the Wolf with games on Monday and Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, and then they're back at it on Thursday through Sunday. Hey, if you ever wondered if and when it would happen, oh, it's happening. The San Antonio Spurs are in rebuild mode. This comes after the team traded DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks for 3 first-round draft picks. Besides DeJounte, the Spurs also sent the Hawks center Jack Landale. The Hawks also sent the Spurs forward Danilo Gallinari, who the Spurs are expected to buy out before this Friday. The deal was a stunner for Spurs fans, and they're still talking about it.
We do what we do. We come in, we're going to fight. We're going to play hard. We're going to go out there and compete. We're going to win. I think we got some great guys around here. I think that, we definitely lost some big pieces, but I think we definitely got some great guys in, ready to work and ready to learn. I think everything will be all right.
I got to keep that attitude up. Less than 24 hours after DeJounte was traded in his silver and black for red and white, he was introduced in Atlanta at a press conference. As to the reason behind the trade, there was one report that said Murray and his agent Rich Paul would not sign a contract extension, forcing the team's hand to make the deal. However, Murray says the Spurs did him a favor by letting his talents flourish elsewhere, since the Spurs were not going to be playoff bound, much less championship contenders for some time. So the Spurs are getting the draft picks and rookies ready for Summer League. The team has the holiday off. Tomorrow they'll get back to work before they pack up for Vegas. And there's a look at the Vegas schedule for you. Spurs taking on the Cavs Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then the Spurs and the Warriors Sunday at 6:30. Chance to check out the young guys. And a chance to check out some antiques known to fetch a pretty penny, including this one, which is actually a vampire slaying kit. Who knew you needed a whole kit? How much cash it sold for during an auction? Still ahead. And gas prices are starting to dip, but the cost is still burning a hole in people's pockets. The White House said it has a plan to lessen the burden on Americans. However, some are critical of that plan, how the Biden administration is firing back. And it is Independence Day, and if you're firing up the grill, hot dogs might be on your list of 4th of July foods. So what makes the perfect hot dog? Coming up today at 5, 12 on your sides, Marilyn March looks at different brands and options for the grilling method that might suit you best. It's a 4th of July food report, and it's today on the news at 5. Holiday travel means more flight cancellations and delays as air travel returns to pre-pandemic levels, and high gas prices lead to arguing between the White House and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. ABC's M. Nguyen has more.
Travel chaos on the 4th of July, making it difficult for many to take to the skies.
My flight got canceled, but I didn't find out till I got to the gate.
On Friday alone, the Transportation Security Administration screened nearly 2.5 million people, a record high since the start of the pandemic. Since then, thousands of flights canceled and many more delayed.
And I spent $656 on a ticket, and now I'm still trying to find a way to get home.
Contributing to issues nationwide, bad weather along with increased demand for travel and persistent pandemic employee shortages at airlines.
We are seeing an airline industry that is stretched, and it doesn't help that the FAA is also stretched.
Roads are also congested this holiday. AAA saying a record 42 million travelers on the road.
Because when I checked with the airplane prices, they was like ridiculous.
In Washington, Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby firing back at Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos' criticism of President Biden's call for oil companies to lower prices at the pump after Bezos said the administration is misdirecting or misunderstanding basic market dynamics.
And he tells you exactly what he's thinking and in terms that everybody can understand. So I think we obviously take great exception at the idea that this is somehow misdirection.
Kirby instead touting Biden's efforts to lower gas prices, including trying to cap the price of Russian oil. The national average gas prices dropped to $4.81, down from the record high $5 a gallon from last month. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
The last remaining Medal of Honor recipient from World War II will be given the honor of lying in state at the U.S. Capitol. Herschel Woodrow Williams passed away at the age of 98 on Wednesday. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said Williams deserved special honors. President Harry Truman personally awarded the Medal of Honor to Williams at the White House back in 1945. Williams had already been chosen to lie in state at the state capitol in Charleston. The exact time of Williams being honored in the nation's capital will be announced at a later date. Outside with live cam, we're already up to 90 degrees. It's the 4th of July, so you expect it to be warm, but I don't know if we want it this warm.
I know. But you know something? Nothing we can do about it. So.
Stay cool.
Yeah, just try and stay cool. As much shade as possible. Lots and lots of nice cold water is the best thing. Of course, there are still some fireworks shows that are going to be going on tonight. And if you are taking part in those, temperatures are going to be, well, as I get hit in the head with a firework there, we're going to have a high temperature today of 100. Yeah, brutally hot. And then by later on this evening, once those fireworks shows do start off, temperatures will just be dropping down in through the 90s. Right now, we've got a heat index that is in the mid and upper 90s and even low hundreds in a lot of spots. And There's my fireworks graphic for tonight. Temperatures will be dropping down from the upper to mid 90s around here. Kind of breezy today. Wind out of the southeast, 10-15 miles per hour. Not overly gusty, and just a really nice evening. On the plus side, you won't need to carry a jacket with you. So one less thing to carry. Okay, so there's always a positive.
There you go.
Forecast coming up.
All right, Mike, thanks. Demonstrations happening in Akron, Ohio, as people take to the streets protesting the police shooting of 25-year-old black man. The city just releasing body and dash cam footage. ABC's Mola Ligay has the latest.
Overnight, Akron police deploying smoke grenades and, according to local reports on the scene, tear gas to break up what they called an unlawful assembly outside police headquarters.
We need action. We need real solutions.
It came after hours of peaceful protests sparked by the release of body cam video showing the shooting death of unarmed 25-year-old Jalen Walker. Police say officers at first attempted to stop Walker's car for a piece of broken equipment. That's when they say he sped off, firing a shot out of the car.
21 shots fired. That vehicle just had a shot come out of its door.
Moments later, police say as Walker's car slows down, he jumps out, wearing a ski mask. The car chase, now a foot chase. Authorities say several officers unsuccessfully attempting to use their tasers. Still running, officers claim Walker stops and turns towards them, prompting a barrage of gunfire. Police say 12 officers responded to the incident, 8 firing their weapons, dozens of times.
Based on the video, I anticipate that number to be high. A lot of rounds were fired.
I've talked about being beyond outraged, beyond shocked, and extremely heartbroken.
A preliminary report by the medical examiner showing over 60 wounds to Walker's body.
It was absolutely excessive. The law requires to use force that is reasonable. You know, we've heard numbers as high as 95 shells on the ground. I ask you, as he's running away, what is reasonable? To gun him down? No, that's not reasonable.
Walker was unarmed when he was shot, according to police, but adding they later found a handgun and loaded magazine in the driver's seat of his car. Walker's family says this was not the Jalen they knew.
Jalen was a very sweet young man. He was always respectful. That's the way he was raised. That's the way we were raised. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't like confrontation.
This distraught family now calling for peace.
We just want everybody to be respectful, peaceful, dignified, in honor of Jalen Walker. Please. That's what we ask.
According to records, there were no previous disciplinary complaints against any of the 8 officers involved in the shooting. They are all on paid administrative leave, pending the outcome of an independent state probe conducted by the Ohio Bureau of Investigation. Mola Lengi, ABC News, Akron, Ohio.
Overseas, a 22-year-old man being held at a mental health facility after officials in Denmark accused him of opening fire at a shopping mall. Police say the gunman killed 3 people and injured several others. Charges of murder and attempted murder have been filed against the Danish man. Among those killed, a 17-year-old boy and a girl and a 47-year-old man. Danish police now saying that this does not appear to be an act of terrorism. A motive is still unclear as well. Sydney, Australia, seeing torrential rainfall and damaging winds. Flash flooding affected some areas on Sunday, leaving 1 person dead and thousands urged to evacuate. Officials say the situation is life-threatening. 100 Australian Defence Force troops are assisting and 100 more are being requested for flood rescues. The people of Australia are being cautioned not to rely on experiences in the past where they were safe during previous floods, and more rain is expected. More to come. Holiday sales can be tempting, but are they worth all your hard-earned money? Coming up after the break, we're going to show you some ways you can save during this 4th of July holiday sale day. And an eerie auction for some gothic goods proving to be popular. This vampire slaying kit fetched a pretty penny. Details coming up. A holiday weekend might be a chance to save some money, especially if you plan on spending your days off from work, splurging on those holiday sales. ABC's Becky Worley has some tips on how you can save big on holiday deals this 4th of July.
4th of July sales now. Amazon Prime Day next week.
How's a shopper supposed to figure this out?
So there are some things that Prime Day is stronger on and some things that July 4th is stronger on, but there's still a lot of mixing it up kind of in the middle between the two.
Experts say there are several sales now from both Amazon and other stores that highlight summer products. This Traeger pellet grill at Ace Hardware was $599.95, now $499.95. Trekking poles at Amazon were $29.99, now $19.99. And this cooler, that's rated by one site as the best option for long camping trips, was $199, now $179 on the Arctic website. And around Prime Day, experts say they anticipate prices to soften all across the web in categories like electronics, beauty and personal care items, toys, and household products. But one shopping category that is discounted right now, clothing. Adidas, with 30% off your whole purchase, Tory Burch, Victoria's Secret, and Abercrombie & Fitch with 25% off everything. And that push to clear out sale items has Gap, Kate Spade, and the Coach Outlet offering extra discounts as well. But as you try to discern a deal from a dud, one tip, use historical price data.
What I always recommend is looking at price history on products you're looking to buy. Everyone loves using a website called Camel, and it just shows you Amazon price history over time. And you can see whether from Amazon or from a third-party retailer, if something is actually at a low price when it's being discounted, or whether they've, jumped the price up and then they're giving you a discount on it.
$16,000. That's how much cash someone is willing to put up in order to become the proud owner of an antique vampire slaying kit. That's more than 6 times the asking price. The 19th century box was just sold in the UK. It has everything you need to ward off those vampires, including crucifixes, holy water, a wooden stake, and anything else you might need. The auction house that facilitated the sale says the kit once belonged to Lord William Haley, a British aristocrat with a place in the House of Lords. There you go, Mike. Just for those nights. You need to.
I was just admiring the woodworking in there and how everything was just hand carved to fit all the different little pieces.
What would you do with a antique
vampire slaying kit? Is that more expensive than just, the rope of garlic to put around your neck just to keep the vampires away? So, anyway, I don't think
that's a nice looking shot there, though.
I don't think vampires are coming out today because it's too darn hot for everybody. Pool forecast, that looks pretty nice there, but we are going to be up to 100 today, and we'll still have some humidity to deal with. So if you hop out of the pool, it's still going to be almost kind of hot. Plus, the UV index is extremely high today. So if you are going to be outside, sunscreen before you go out so we can kind of have time to sort of take effect, if you will. All right, are we going to see any relief in sight? Details in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Michael, I think we mentioned it before, but my big concern today is the person that's slaving over the grill, cooking the burgers and the hot dogs. Because, when you open that thing up, that's smoke and all that good smell, but all that heat coming off of there.
Kind of like that same feeling when you open up the door and step outside. Just all that heat just kind of gets you right in the face there. So seriously, if you're outside, you got to really, really take it easy. And hopefully, if you're sitting there over the barbecue, the grill, you got some shade. Because that really helps, because again, the temperatures are always the air temperature, not what you're feeling from the sun. So if you're on the direct sun, it feels even hotter than that. All right, here's a great little picture of Toby, and Toby's being a really good sport. Happy 4th of July. Get this stuff off of me now. So Toby wants to probably hop in the pool over there. So anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Got a bunch of sun out there. Just a couple of clouds are showing up as of right now. And temperatures, again, heat index is at 100 at Stinson and 94 out there at the airport, 95 Honda, 101 is now what it actually feels like down there at Pleasanton. That's one of the problems, showing that pool picture. When the air is really, really dry, and even though temperatures are very hot, if you hop in a pool and then hop out, the water's going to evaporate so quickly off your body that you would actually feel kind of chilly, because that's a cooling effect is evaporation. But when you still have that high humidity and you kind of hop out of a pool or something and it just really don't get that cool feeling because there's no place for all that moisture to go. And that's kind of the situation. That was the situation yesterday as well as today, where we've got still some humidity out there, which is why we're going to be dealing with heat index readings that are up there, same as is the case right now. 96 at 2 o'clock, 99 at 3, and then, yep, we will hit 100 again, and it's kind of getting to be a broken record, and then drop down in through the mid-90s. It's about low 90s as the fireworks get going there, and then we'll probably finish off a lot of the fireworks shows right around 87 degrees at 10 o'clock tonight. All right, checking out the tropics, of course. Last week, kind of at the last moment before it made land, Bonnie was formed out. That's now moved off into the Pacific Ocean. And then sort of maybe a knee-jerk reaction, they called Colin there right off the coast of the Carolinas. That has fizzled on out. And elsewhere in the tropics, there is nothing going on. Not even out there in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, just a couple little clouds. Now, usually this area gets going even more so as we get further into the tropical season. What we're hoping for is maybe just a little bit of a wave to kind of come in from the Gulf of Mexico as the high sort of moves out of the way, and we get at least that flow coming in here, some sea breeze showers, but I mean that's wishful thinking as of right now, because you look at the that just takes your breath away to look at that graphic, because temperatures staying in the triple digits and even getting hotter as we go on in toward the latter part of the week as well as the weekend. So here's just a different view of the same thing, basically. And you can see we are going to be up to 100 again today, and low temperatures stay in the 70s. The normals right now, 94 and 74 for the high and the low. So low temperatures about 3 degrees above normal, high temperatures about 6, 7, 8 degrees above normal.
So the tip for July 4th is to keep your grill master hydrated.
Yes, indeed. With water, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, a cold one sounds pretty good, but lots of water.
You don't want your grill master burning your dogs and your hamburgers, do you?
Nope.
All right, Mike, thanks. Hey, I want to get back to that late-breaking news out of Chicago. Once again, authorities telling us that police responded to a shooting at a July 4th parade in a Chicago suburb. The Associated Press is now reporting that 5 people were killed, at least 16 taken to the hospital. It's still not clear if those that were killed were among those who were taken to the hospital. The Chicago Sun-Times, remember, reported the parade started around 10 o'clock this morning, but it was stopped just 10 minutes later after those shots were fired. Once again, we will keep you up to date on our website, KSAT.com, and we'll have the latest for you on KSAT 12 News at 5 and again at 6. We'll be back.
Yeah, they're coming right now. And then on the top is going to go all of our finales. It's a good day. So my goal today is to get all 16 pallets at least undone and put up in their proper place. We'll be here till probably 11:30, 12 o'clock tonight. So we started at 8 a.m. today, and we won't be finished until probably midnight tonight. So you find your friends and your family that are willing to help you and come out and do this. And
we love following directions.
So for assortments and for the price, this one right here is one of my favorites, the Roid Rage assortment. And this is going to give you fountains. It's going to give you smoke bombs. It's going to give you Saturn missiles. Eat lunch, we have a good time. We try to stay cool together, and then just keep working. Everyone has a different living situation on what they choose to do. It's really up to the operator. This is where we stay. Yeah, this is our humble abode. So it is like camping. It is like a fun camping with your friends. And then what's great is on the 4th of July, like all the kids that come, they're so excited. They want to get an Alamo backpack. They want to get a super grab bag, and they get to carry it. The next day they're going to pop them, and they're going to have a great time with their family and friends. So that's what it's all about. That's the fun part about it. So after all our hard work, within 24 hours, here are our stands set up and ready to go for July 4th. The first day is mainly for tagging and just making sure you have all your inventory underneath and everything is stocked and ready to go. It's exciting. It's time. We're ready for the season. We've put in the hard work, and now we wait for our customers to come. First customer here. What can I help you find today?
Getting married tomorrow.
Oh, you're getting married tomorrow. Yay! Congratulations. So there's 12. And then you hit this. All right, well, congratulations on your wedding. Have a great day. Thank you. So you brought us good luck.
getting married tomorrow and buying fireworks. Just a look at what it takes to get those fireworks stands set up and get all those fireworks sold, kind of behind the scenes from those folks who are working hard trying to make your 4th of July a little more exciting. And this 4th of July, speaking of exciting, Mike, Jen, and Fiona are taking you fencing, wakeboarding, Texas tripping, and on a hunt for the best tacos, all in an hour. Here they are.
Ha. Yes, we're going to explain the outfit in just a second, but boy, do we have a tasty show today, right?
Yes, on guard. Over to Adina Anderson.
We're going to do this in a minute, okay?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll protect you, Mike.
What are we making, Adina?
We are going to make one of our favorite summer popsicles into a cookie, you know, the old blow pop.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Just make your cookie and you put your little popsicle stick in, add another cookie to it, put it in the fridge, and look how yummy.
Classic Americana. Speaking of which, roadside food, and Chef Bill Corbett is here from the Hayden. And what are we making? Oh, really?
He
I got
you
me again. Here, you stand right there.
I got you, Mike.
So we're going to be doing a classic spin on a coney, South Texas style, with barbacoa and pimento cheese, and not your grandmother's ambrosia meringue with a corn toasty.
Ooh.
He said ambrosia, by the way, so taking it back.
Fantastic.
Taking it back.
All right, speaking of classic Americana, how about tacos?
That's heavy, right?
Ooh, smells good. What's your favorite? Where's the best place to get it? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I can't tell you yet. Yeah, we're going to find out. We want you to share.
On SA Live. Here's one.
And once again, we have an update for you on that shooting in Chicago. It was a July 4th parade this morning in a Chicago suburb. Police now telling us that 6 people were killed and at least 24 were taken to the hospital. And right now they are still looking for that shooter. Once again, that parade started about 10 o'clock this morning, but it was stopped about 10 minutes into that parade because that's when the shooting started happening, about 10 minutes into the parade. Once again, 6 dead and 24 taken to the hospital. We will keep you up to date on our website, KSAT.com. And once again, we'll have more for you this afternoon on KSAT 12 News at 5 and again at 6. Mike.
A viewer just wrote in and said, with all these hundreds, we ought to switch to Celsius. So just look at those numbers on top and just think about 38 degrees.
That ain't going to do it.
Yeah, that's what it would be in Celsius for our high temperatures.
Outside.
Yeah, if you are heading outside today or any day next week, or this upcoming week, I should say, just take it easy. Lots of water, lots of shade and sunscreen, and have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July, celebrating the birthday of our great country, right?
We're big fixing to find out what a trooper Mike is. He got stabbed in the shoulder. He got wiped out on the ski on the water trying to ski. It's all happening now on SA Live.
Today on SA Live, we take a bite out of what could be the best taco. We'll tell you where and how to get it.
And simplify your 4th of July party with inexpensive family fun projects.
Plus, it's a local restaurant doing a throwback to the old school roadside diner menus from the 60s.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Yes, we have fencers ready to show us their skills. I'm Jen Tobias Dresky, and look at Mike.
And I am D'Artagnan, one of the Musketeers. You can't hear me talking. I've never looked better with this thing on, right?
He's going to take up the sport, I guess. Here we are. Yes. I love that you're all ready to go, Mike. Yes, there's a few summer camps, by the way, that are happening and allowing kids a chance to learn from actual Olympians. And joining us is Olympian Fencing Club fencing coach Tommy Hermy. Welcome.
Good afternoon. And our 4 fencers right here. Now, just looking at these little ones, they look a little young to be holding swords.
So Alina and Grayson are both 6 years old. That's the youngest age that our camp starts, but it's really all ages.
Really? And 6 years old? I mean, we were always told, tell your kids, don't play with sharp objects and everything like that. So,
well, if you can see, we have plenty of safety equipment. We have a really strong mask. We have fortified jackets, head to toe, they're covered. And so when they're fencing, it's one of the actually safest sports you can do.
Okay, so how long does it take to kind of learn all the techniques of fencing?
Ooh, it can take a lifetime, but
but I mean, as far as the young ones, how long does it take them to kind of get to the point where they can actually duel? Is that what you call a duel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the summer camps we offer, we have 2 more this summer. We get them fencing the very first practice. So we teach them the basics of the footwork, which is the most essential part of fencing. You know, how to move forwards and backwards, how to do a basic attack, and then later that morning we suit them up, similar to the gear that you have on, and we let them fence.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see the little ones go at it there. Can you guys give us a demonstration?
Yeah. Start fencing, guys.
All
right there between the tape lines. Okay.
Again, their names again?
So this is Alina and this is Grayson. All right, I'll start you guys off. On guard, ready, fence. Ooh, Grayson with a nice lunge. All right, Alina got a touch there. Okay. Let's reset. Back to the on guard. All right, fight back, Alina. Try to get him on the foot. So in epee, the whole body is a target area. So we do practicing on the arm, and the foot, the mask is a valid touch.
Now, is this also where they're kind of plugged in, and so you get the beeps and all that? So even if you hit it on the foot, it's still going to register?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's all electric. If you look at the sword, you can see there's a button on the end, and then a wire that goes down the sword, and you have a wire that goes through your uniform to a scoring machine that's next to the strip.
Got it.
And so, yeah, all they have to do is touch the other person with the button on the end of their sword.
Oh, I see. So that little thing sets off the little alarm right there, like that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then so these are the 6-year-olds, but we have the 8-year-olds over here.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
give them a chance.
Grayson, Alina, come back over here.
You mentioned how you were
Nice
seeing them
job.
progress, right? So quickly.
Oh, yes.
Ready, guys?
Absolutely. And you can see the difference between the ages as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long have these guys been fencing?
Emmy for about a year. Rowan for about 4 months, I think.
Okay.
And Rowan went through our beginners class, and so did Emmy. On guard, ready, fence.
Jeez.
Nice lunge, Emmy.
Oh, good lord.
All right, Rowan, you're gonna let him do that?
So again, one of them mentioned they love the exercise part of it, but just so many different skills. You mentioned there's a lot of losing in the beginning, and but also life lessons, right? Really.
Exactly. Yeah. So as with any sport, once you start competing, and we really encourage our students to start competing right away, because once you go, you're going to lose right away. And so that's one of the things you got to learn. You got to learn good sportsmanship, how to lose, how to learn from that experience, be motivated, come back, train harder, and then see the stronger fencers and realize I can get there someday. I can beat these kids.
And I would assume it's quite a good workout. I mean, I remember doing a story a couple of years ago, and I was winded after probably about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't look like it, but with all because you're having to do all the footwork and everything too, right?
Yep. So you're in a very low athletic position because you always have to be ready. So you're moving forwards and backwards. As you can see, like they need to stay low and always, alert. And so with the uniform on and the constant aspect of the bout, it can be very tiring.
All right, now obviously Emmy's had a little more experience to it, but it looks like the only difference being age and experience, because do boys and girls compete against each other?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's strictly all technique.
It is.
Okay.
So, Mike, you want to learn a few things?
Okay, I'll try.
You guys are doing great, by the way.
All right. I will go up against
Maybe.
her.
All right. Guys, come over here.
Okay, ready?
All right. On guard. Ready. Fence.
Don't go easy on him. Woo, good
Nice
job.
touch.
And there's different ways to hold both feet.
Yeah. So Mike is holding a traditional French grip, so it's a longer handle. Alina is holding the pistol grip, which we usually start with our students. Gives the students a little bit more point control and handling of the blade. Very good.
I thought the little one would be easier to take.
What's some of the feedback you get from the kids?
We'll go up like this.
Oh, they love it. I mean, they find it challenging. Once we get them suited up, like it's a unique experience when you're actually fencing someone face to face.
Now you said that the pistol grip, I can't really, okay.
All right.
You win.
Halt.
And I thought I was going to pick the easy one.
Good job.
You said that actually the pistol grip
which is really weird to do, is more controlled than this kind of a grip, right?
Exactly.
Can I see yours real quick so we can show the difference? I don't know if you can get a close up right there, the difference in those two things.
Yeah, so this one is kind of an orthopedic grip. Your hand kind of fits in as a position for every one of your fingers. It's really helpful for making like really finite blade movements.
So you hold it just like...
Yeah, all the fingers go into. That's a little bit of a small grip for you.
Okay, but like that? Sort of like?
Yeah.
Maybe Mike needs to sign up for the camp,
Here's
right?
a little bit bigger one.
The summer camp.
Okay.
Where you can learn,
like that?
as we mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah, that's closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it should
1
feel
week,
comfortable.
Right? Left for the camp, I'm sorry.
Exactly. We have 2 summer camp sessions left. The next one is in July, July 18th to the 22nd, and then the first week of August, August 1st through 5th.
Got it.
Okay.
Feel like you learned something, Mike?
Pardon me?
Did you learn the grip?
Yeah, after she beat me. It was too late now, so you did very well. Thank you very much. You were all fantastic.
Good job, everybody. For more information on Olympian Fencing Club summer camps, just head over to SALive.com. You can click the As Seen on SA Live tab, where we've provided all the information. There's a link there, and you can even scan that QR code right on your screen to get you more information. Thank you, everybody.
All right, I'm hungry now. I need a taco, but I need the best taco ever in town.
Yes, but what makes them the best? We're looking at some delicious video right there. Is it the tortillas? Is it what's inside? How much they pack it? I don't know. We want to know. Right? What do you think?
I think tortilla.
Yeah.
If it's a good tortilla, that, you know.
Now you're making me really hungry. Yes, we have a place in the Hill Country that claims they have the best tacos. So I had to go and give them a try. Take a look.
Tough son.
The taco feud usually between San Antonio and Austin, but Bernie has something to say about it. We are going to put these tacos to the test. Owner Carlos Gorola is here with me, and we know tacos in South Texas, they are a staple, and you claim to have the best. Tell me why they're so delicious.
Well, first of all, our choice of ingredients would be what I would say the most. You want a good product, you have to offer good quality as well. Whether it's your protein, whether it's the vegetables that you choose, you always want to offer the customer a more fresh experience with the product.
Well, I took a bite earlier, and yeah, wow, in my mouth, just an explosion of flavor. But you have other items here. Let's talk about what we have here on the table. It looks amazing.
So right here we have our pollo asado. This seasoning we bring from Mexico. It's very authentic. We make it from scratch. It's not pre-marinated. It's raw. We season it on the spot. We throw it in the grill, and from there it just takes over in flavor.
Looks amazing, and I noticed those tortillas right there.
Right. So those are homemade corn tortillas, and they're made old school style. You know, the ladies back there, they grab them, they press it, just old school. And they're also originally from Mexico, so they definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah, because I mean, you can tell just by looking that those are the real deal. What about these enchiladas here?
Yeah, those are enchiladas verdes, or enchiladas suizas is really what we call them. And we put Oaxaca cheese on top. We put it in the salamander for it to toast up that Oaxaca cheese. Top it up with a little crema mexicana with your rice and beans, classic.
Now, the story behind Bernie Taco House, you told me that it's just something that you decided to do, right? And you had some help along the way, right?
Definitely did. We were driving once down the street and found a property. We weren't sure what we were going to do with it. We decided to go for a breakfast restaurant. I was blessed enough to find an amazing cook in my original Chef Noé. He, even though I wasn't really sure about what we were doing, what I was doing, he had so many years of experience, and he ignited something in me to take the restaurant to a different direction, which we are not today. You're part of a historical, area, and you have to pay respects to that area. A lot of the stuff we have in here is is original. The flooring, the ceilings.
Yes. You know I'm dying to taste this food, right? Are you gonna try something with me?
Of course.
Are you hungry too? All right, we're gonna dive in here. Have to try this.
I'll go ahead and start with these paradas over here with the homemade corn.
Oh yes.
I love the corn tortillas that the girls make. I really, really enjoy.
I'll have to try this too. Save one for me, okay? But I'm gonna try these here. Here we go. I'm with you. Sorry, no words. So good. Okay, we mentioned the Battle of right here. And if you're willing to make a fun little road trip out of it, be sure to come visit Bernie. They're located off Main Street and River Road. And now I got to finish the rest of these. For SA Live, I'm Jen Tobias Dresky. And for more information on Bernie Taco House, you can head over to SALive.com, click the As Seen on SA Live tab, scan that QR code on your screen. That'll take you there too. All right, time to eat. It was so delicious, but it's like you said, it's the tortillas, and they're made homemade corn tortillas. They're at Bernie Taco House. Please go try them. And it got me thinking, because they claim to have the best. Do you know a place in town? What is your favorite? I'm talking to you, all of our wonderful viewers. Let us know, because maybe I'll go there next week. I mean, got to have an assignment of some sort, you know? Go taste test tacos.
In other words, she's really hungry right now. But, you know, them's fighting words. When you talk about, hey, best taco, because million different places for tacos, million best tacos out there. So what do we have
Speaking
here?
of tacos, yes. So speaking of tacos, we just have a nice platter here. Why not? We want to know, again, where the best tacos are according to you guys. So let us know. Tag us on KSAT, SA Live on our Facebook and Twitter page, and maybe we will head there next. And now Mike has lunch. I think everybody here has lunch.
And bean and cheese. I mean, who doesn't love a good bean and cheese? Yeah.
Yep, they're all delicious. All right, let us know.
All right, when SA Live continues, hey, more food, lunch and dinner. You can enjoy this summer. One local restaurant is turning their menu into a 60s retro roadside diner.
Plus, inexpensive family fun this 4th of July. Sounds like my kind of thing. How to make some Independence Day themed crafts and putting together the perfect patriotic party pack.